Okay, this is one of my greatest pastime: outdoor living, outdoor life, gardening, doing all kind of stuff. Okay, that's the coal. I was showing videos earlier on about it. So the fire has started and the process has started. So 24 hours time, you get very nice burning coal, wood burning coal, oak. And this is my garden. I have about 15 tomato plants, and every one of them, well, not every one of them, a few of them actually starting to have tomatoes. As you can see, that one over there, you know, he's having tomatoes. See? And this one will be budding soon. I have little ones over here. This is pepper. And look at that spaghetti squash, man. Look at that. See? And this, look at that way this one has come out as well. This is lemongrass. Okay. See, this is cayenne pepper. Look at that. More lemongrass. All these ones are going to be going to the market tomorrow, because I do sell my plants. This is the last of the batch of the nursery that I had in the beginning of summer. So it's about time I get rid of them. If I cannot get rid of all of them, then what I'll do is I'll just put them on the soil. Okay, but that's a cross section of my garden. Quite a big spread. Like I said, I have X amount of tomatoes. I have about 5 species of tomatoes going right now. And this is pepper. This is actually bell pepper, which is also coming up. You can see that dragonfly, man. Can you see? Wow, look at that. Look at that. That's a close look. Look at that, the dragonfly. He's looking at me, right? Those are kale, molagi. Okay, these ones are struggling, but anyway, they're coming up. This one is this is eggplants. It's struggling, but it's coming up. You know, just give them time. This kale is also struggling, but it's coming up. These are citronella mosquito plants. And over here, I have cantaloupe. I have, again, 3 different types of squash growing. And you can see that big spaghetti squash over there. See, look at that. And that one that actually I thought would have survived is dying anyway, because it came through the wire and the wire actually cut it. Okay, all these are eggplants. They're beginning to actually form, and they've actually, you know, they've actually accepted the soil. So now they're doing quite well, and hopefully we should be okay. More peppers. Every one of these ones I'm gonna get anyway by September. I should have a lot of pepper going. I mean, this is habanero. You see, the habanero is a little bit lighter, and that's the Jamaican pepper right there. It's darker. Okay, and these are watermelon, and every one of these will come out. These are also in the background. I believe this thing's supposed to be those big leaf items over there. I think they're supposed to be cantaloupe as well. And more tomatoes. And you see, I did advertise the vacuum seal. You know, look out the size of that squash over there, the spaghetti squash. The vacuum seal is very good, because what you do with the vacuum seal, if you have a lot of plants, I mean a lot of vegetables coming out of your garden, you can actually cut them up, vacuum seal them, and freeze them. You know, you'll have them throughout the year. These are also another batch of squash as well that I'm growing. 3 different squashes growing up here. We also have what do you call it now? The other green squash, yellow squash. You can see it in the background over there. And I have more plants coming up too. Another spaghetti squash right there. That's green cray. It can grow easily in this stuff. More green cray on the soil, on the ground. There's green cray. There's sour. See, sour. Every one of them is actually accepted the soil, and now it's like the beginning to flourish. As you can see, you know, more green cray. Little ones coming up. Green cray over there. More eggplants. These are Brussels sprouts, kale, pepper. That's Jamaican pepper, scallion, pepper. It's funny though, the pepper in the soil this year is like, I don't know, they're struggling, but who knows? I don't know what's going on. They might just, organize themselves. On the far end over there is all cabbage, more peppers, collard greens. This is citronella, flowers. You gotta grow flowers too. You just can't just grow just vegetables. You gotta grow flowers because the flowers does help as well. Sometimes they say it makes the vegetables sweeter. I don't know how true that is. Okay, these are tomatoes that I started, and I'll get these ones in September. Those are plum tomatoes. And then over here, small bolagi, pepper. I got some stuff going over there, watermelon, squash. And just for the records, I should show you guys the coal. These are some of the coal that's already made. I do fish, and when I go fishing, I come back with the fish. I usually would smoke them, so I have enough coal to do that. That's the smoker right over there. And more squash. Where I live, you gotta plant 16 plants of the same type because you have too many wildlife that might just destroy them. Okay, these callaloo. I harvested some yesterday, and corn. The corn is beginning to actually tell you that, well, you'll be getting some corn in a minute. I don't know what Mr. Squirrel is going to do to them, but we'll see. I have the traps for them anyway. More callaloo. These plants are good too because these ones that make the sometimes to keep the bees away. These are okra. My okra plants. They're doing quite fine. Ghost pepper. This one was dying, but somehow it started again, which is good. This one I planted from seed. So again, like I said, in September, by September, God willing, you should have a lot of peppers on that, and I should be able to show you them by then. This is Jamaican pepper, potato leaves, and don't ask me, I'm going to put the potato leaves, I'm going to get some more and put them on the ground. Actually, I think they do better in the soil. Over here is cucumbers, and they're kind of late, but it's like, the beginning to show anyway, so that's good. They're beginning to come up. As you can see, once they start like climbing, and they'll start flowering, and you're going to start getting cucumbers. And in between them, actually, I have squash, spaghetti squash. And by the way, spaghetti squash is quite nice, actually. If you're looking to lose weight, those are the kind of things you should be eating. Okay. Hydrangeas, I believe. Forgot the name of these ones. I got my canal going over there. I did planted this or transplanted this lavender, and this should go bigger as time progresses as well. And in the front is my flower garden because I love the flowers. My roses are not doing so well, but they're not gonna die. Roses don't usually die. They're survivors. I just try to clear them, look after them and see what happens. Look at this plant. It needed shade. This is begonia, and this is the red begonias, and this is the white begonias. Look at that. And it's like they like shade, so they tend to go a little bit. Look at that. This plant, this was a dying plant that I got in Lowe's. I've since sold the other one, and I got one left. And as I don't like to let the video go on so long, so this is it. As you can see, the flower garden, which is doing quite well too, with impatiens, marigold, lilies, citronella, and every one of them is doing quite well. And that's about my garden. Well, I didn't show you the balcony or the deck, but you'll see that in another time.